events or certain projects. So I think, I mean, being a creative director is just thinking a bit more on a bigger picture, or where you're going to place a project, where it's going to end up being, how's it going to feel for someone that's going to interact with it, you know? It's about thinking about more of an audience and not just about that image by itself.
So Aldo, what about talent? Let's talk about the portions around the world, that big cake that can be cut down in pieces for every single talented human being out there that they want to follow your steps. What can you tell them that you have done, that you can say, hey, this has worked for me, try this, do not try this, follow your dreams because it's important? How can you make others and our audience listening to us through social media, through Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, how can we make them resonate with your story and you being in Los Angeles, telling stories and documenting life?
I think the cake is quite big for everyone to take a part of it. You know, you can always get a slice of that cake. It's big enough. But I think it's not always about money. If people think about money as their first goal, and I think they're in the wrong position. I think it has to be about the art and your story. What do you want to tell? What's your message? Like if you're sitting on a podium and everyone's listening, what do you want to tell the world, right? So I feel that has to be your motivation to create something, and not only the monetary thing, because that eventually will come. If you're a good artist and if you're honest, that's gonna come. However the struggles are right now, you just have to trust yourself and be real, because if there's so many other people that are doing a lot of things, and if you're not real to yourself and to what you want, you're gonna get lost in the pile.
How important is for you to be real and trust yourself?
Extremely important. I think that happened to me when I moved to LA. I was trying to imitate a lot of the other styles of artists, because I wasn't. This is how it goes here, you know. And when I stopped doing that, the moment I just trust myself and being more honest, more real, it's when I started creating great work. It's just about just taking that risk, you know, about being yourself.
Aldo, if you were given the chance to give a message to the entire world, let's say that everybody's listening to you now, we all speak the same language, what would that be?
I would say that they don't have to be that greedy, you know. They have to find a purpose that works with your lifestyle. What's the life that you want to live in terms of everything, you know, like with your friends, with your family, with the things that you want to do. Then just go for that and not find that extreme of greediness, because I think that's what is just ruining it for everyone.
Aldo, how important is for you to be happy and celebrate life through happiness?
Very much. I think you can create from other feelings, you know, from a feeling of sadness or being angry or disturbed. I feel that if overall you're not happy, you're not gonna be able to enjoy it. Life's too short, and you have to just enjoy it while you can. You know, you never know what's gonna happen. So be happy has to be at the top of your list. What doing? And if you're not happy with what, just take or leave it.
How do you enjoy life? Besides taking pictures and telling stories through photographs, of course.
In so many ways. I try to connect with people as much as I can. I feel that when I connect with people and listen to their stories and just talk with strangers, even I don't know, go out, eat, drink, travel. Not taking it too seriously. I I don't like to take life too seriously. It's not for me. And I've never liked formalities and that kind of thing. So as much as I can take it in a really relaxed way, I'm happy.
And how does it work for you when you balance that out with your professional life?
Well, I feel that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I balance all things that make me happy with this. Photography has given me all of it. Has given me the connection with other people. Has helped me be more outspoken, I think it was a perfect career choice for me.
And what is the perfect career for Aldo? If you were not given the chance to be a photographer, what could have been your second choice and say, this is something that also makes me feel passionate about? Not only photography, but I like, movies, I like theater, I like singing. What can you tell us about that?
I would be a lot of other things also. I would love to be an illustrator, but I don't know how to draw, man. I love directing, which is also one of my passions. But really, I would love to be a musician. That would be so great. Just being a rock star and also traveling the world and be cool.
Going back to your website, which is pretty amazing, I encourage you guys to check it out because you can see a lot of stories there that Aldo tells through photos, through the blog that you write. Tell us about the documentary portion of that website.
Those are some of my personal projects that I've worked on. They're like stories about people that I've encountered or subjects that I've felt drawn to. Like, I've always liked the desert. The desert, I feel it's one of the crazy places on Earth. So I've been photographing places in the desert, especially in California, for a long time. I have a project which is like a documentary about this barbershop that I always used to walk to, living in Europe. Mm-hmm. I used to walk to this really old barbershop in the streets of Raval, this neighborhood in Barcelona, and just walk in and talk to the barbers and just sit there and see the people cut their hair. And we started becoming friends. I started documenting and taking photos of everyone that went to the barbershop. So, it was more about their projects about me connecting with culture and with people and just enjoying, these little tiny moments.
What has been the connection that has resonated the most with you?
In terms of people
yes.
that I've worked with, or I had some connections in my personal life with friends that have helped me out with so many things, But in terms of random connections that I've met with people, the barbershop has been definitely one, because at the moment when I started this project, I was not a photographer at all. I was just to my camera and doing something, and through that barbershop, I started to explore the medium, and he helped me out. He introduced me to a lot of other people in his city that were also artists, and it was kind of like a great friendship that developed through the years.
Where is Aldo Chacon nowadays, professionally speaking?
Right. I think I'm in a good place. I have a lot of things to do still and to grow. I think you're always growing and evolving. But I feel quite happy with what I've done. And I feel that I have way more challenges to come and way more interesting projects to work on. So I'm just trying to prepare myself for that, prepare myself for what's coming, and explore more things and be more creative and push the boundaries of our industry even more.
How do you push boundaries in the industry more?
Taking risks, challenging what's out there, and challenging why people are doing what they're doing. It's like, we have this idea. Why? Tell me why. For what? And then from there, from asking those questions constantly, you can go to a route and then find something different out there.
Where would you like to be in 5 years from now? You said you're very happy and content with who you are nowadays professionally. Well, how do you see yourself if I tell you, Aldo, how do you see yourself in 2022, in the next 5 years or so?
I mean, retired probably. No, okay. I'm already living like a retired person. You know, my work is very chill, but probably just traveling a bit more. And of course, professionally, I would love to have more stability, which is always a goal for an artist. But probably exploring some places that I've never been. Yeah, it's always good to travel and see what's out there, you know, see what's different.
So Aldo, tell us a little bit more about your experience in Barcelona, Spain. We're getting to the last portion of our show, but before we move on, I would like you to tell our audience through social media, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, your experience in Barcelona, Spain, and how did that help you to be where you are nowadays?
I think that's what shaped me the most. Because I went over there after college, after you're already a kid, you're already gone through all that kind of things, and it's kind of like a moment where I became more of an adult and kind of took life a bit more seriously and also enjoyed it so much. But I started traveling when I was there. I started traveling so much and visiting places and making great friends, and also shooting, and it was actually a great experience that not only fed my creative things but also my soul and my kind of like my character. It built a lot of character living by yourself in other places, and also strong, of course, to make money and to survive, you know. But the combination of that survival with all the cool things that I was experienced was awesome.
What's the experience that you remember the most?
From Barcelona?
Yes.
Oh man, there's so many ones. But I mean, work related. I did some really crazy things for money with my camera, of course, like shooting insane parties and things that I cannot talk about. But it's just survival, you know. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do, and I also kind of like that kind of like made me work harder to not do that kind of things again. That I was not so proud of. You know, like shooting 100 rich kids that would like spilling champagne and people in clubs. And I was like, oh, I'm done with this, you know?
Yes.
Not for me. But yeah, that many other fun experiences. Walks and riding to the beach and things with friends over there.
So Aldo, we are getting to the last section and portion of Artistic Spot, which is a fast question and short answer portion that is basically made for you to get to know you a little bit better. And the idea is for you to give us the best answer possible as fast as possible, whatever comes to your mind at the moment. Are you ready for that?
All right, let's see how fast I can be.
Okay, let's see. So the fast question and short answer portion of Artistic Spot begins now. Color.
Black.
Flavor.
Strawberry.
Favorite city.
Amsterdam.
If you were given the chance to go back in time, who would you like to meet?
Edison.
Why?
I feel like he was just a crazy inventor, so I would like to pick his brain.
Favorite photographer?
Helmut Newton.
Mexico?
Party.
Favorite artistic spot?
This one?
Oh, good, this one. Palabra favorita en español?
Fiesta también.
There you go. This is how we ended the fast question and short answer portion of Artistic Spots. Aldo, I'm going to give you a round of applause because you made it through. And of course, this round of applause is also for you for accepting our invitation in artistic spots and being part of this amazing story we are portraying every week, every Wednesday at 7